The Independent School District was formed in an area from the northern edge of Hughes Station, now called Brighton, to the southern edge of Fort Lupton, then east to the Sandhills and west to the South Platte River as a subscription school. Part of the tuition was wood or coal for school use. The parents also paid the teacher's meager salary and provided a place for the teacher to live by boarding around with different families. In 1864, the first school was held on the Smith farm in an abandoned log cabin left by a Mr. Finisher, who was among the go-backers. It had a cellar to be used by the teacher and children in case of Indian attacks. The second building was a larger log cabin cobbled together from whatever materials were available. In 1875, the school board voted to build the first timber frame school building. It was called the Acorn Academy. The school children named it after a local cattle ranch that used an acorn for its brand, and the school was full of nuts. It was built near today's Weld County Road 27 and 6 1/4. In the early 1890s, it was renamed by the students to the Independent School. The new building environment was far more comfortable compared to a log cabin, with its 6 big windows to let in lots of light. It was a portable building that could be moved by using log rollers and a team of oxen or draft horses. It was pulled to a new location as the needs of the school district required. After building a 2-room brick school in 1902, the old frame independent school became a residence for teachers. When the building was offered to the society, it did not look like a school anymore. As the school district grew and the change of operations, the frame building was remodeled to resemble a 3-room house. The cloakroom wall was moved past the first set of windows to create a parlor or living room. Another wall was constructed between the next 2 sets of windows, creating a room to be used as a bedroom, and the last room was converted to a kitchen by addition of a cook stove, and a back door was added. The bell housing on the roof was removed. The building then became housing for migrant farm laborers working on the farm. It continued as a residence into the mid-1970s when the Weld County Health Department surveyed all of the housing in use for migrant laborers. This former school and teacher housing was condemned as unsuitable for human habitat. There was no water or sewer in the building. Propane was gas used for cooking, and electricity had been added to the building. Finally abandoned and set to be bulldozed in 1998, it was offered by the Alfred Watata family, who donated it to the society. The society was able to contact 2 former students of the district who signed an affidavit stating that it was, in fact, the 1875 Independent School. With that settled, the school was restored by the South Platte Valley Historical Society volunteers, funded by a Colorado State Historical Fund grant amounting to $30,000. Restoration of the school building took 4 years, working for 4 to 5 hours on Saturdays by the dedicated volunteers and members of the South Platte Valley Historical Society. The furnishings are donated by our members, except for the desks. They were built by the Fort Lupton chapter of the Future Farmers of America and finished by the Northern Colorado Woodworkers Association. Our 1-room independent school has been the site for historical education using the educational materials, dress, and customs of the period for young students between the ages of 6 and 18 since 2000. There are 3 summer sessions, 2 in June and 1 in July. Tours and historical events are offered, as well as building rentals for small groups in our South Platte Valley Historic Park, owned and operated by the volunteers of the South Platte Valley Historical Society.